Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're just gonna talk quick about your request about comparison between these two amazing giant scooters. You know what I'm saying? I got few emails from few of you saying about how good about these scooters are. We're talking about a Kia, on the other side. And this scooter I actually found a name for this scooter. And now, for some time, everybody keep asking me like, what's the name of this scooter because they got so many of these, in the market. Mostly Chinese made. When I bought this scooter at first, I thought it was one of them, but then I discovered the company that sold this scooter to me. It's actually based in South Korea. It's the same line that made the mini motors, for the Dualtron Ultra Thunder. Is the same motor in this scooter. So I'm going to be talking about this into depth, so you guys can actually know the difference between the one I have here and the one you might see on the other website looking similar like this. So first of all, if you look at the scooters yourself, I mean, there's a clear difference here. You can see that. This is the one here, which is actually called Ultra G. I don't know what the G stands for, but I found the name for this scooter when I took the footboard off just to check the electrical wiring in. On top of the controller, which is inside the scooter, is actually from Mini Motors. It's on the controller, Mini Motors controller. So this scooter here got parts from Mini Motor, and I also realized that the motor here in the back and the one in the front, they all been manufactured by Mini Motor. So the company that sold me this scooter, actually they were doing clearance because I think they got some issue with the Chinese government or was something, to sell that in that country. So that's what I got this cheaper. When I contact them again, because some of y'all keep asking me about where do I get the scooter? Where do you buy it? And I contact them and get this out. Oh, we can order the scooter for you from South Korea because we don't sell this particular model, which I don't know the model number is somewhere, but we're going to be talking about this more. So I'm just going to put a camera right here. Let me just get something to put a camera right here so we can talk, much about your questions that you asked me in the email. So I'm just going to set the camera right here. I'm going to try to do my best. If I turn it this way, it's not that great. So I'm just going to try and do my best this way. So we should be able to view the whole thing was I gave you guys the update and all the stuff you asked about. Okay, so let's see. I'm not sure if that's showing, but okay. I think that might just be. I don't know, but I can see the other one. What's the other one? I can say, let me get this thing all the way. Maybe that might be so. Okay, right. So first of all, these two scooters are quite very great. You know what I'm saying? They're very good, manufactured by good two companies. The Qiewa here, which you all might be very familiar with. Actually, let me just bring the camera so I can explain that. The Qiewa here, which you all might be very familiar with, it's an amazing scooter, build, and the quality of the scooter is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people write a lot of things about these scooters, how bad they tend to be or how good they are. But to be honest, I'm just gonna be straight with you. These things, like I did in my other videos, explain about how to use this. If you use this thing, normally like how it's supposed to be used, I don't think you're gonna have any problem with this. You know what I'm saying? If you use this aggressively, like ride it without any care, just like even Terminator robots, when they get hit by things, they actually get damaged. They don't just keep going. So it's the same thing to any moving thing, prone to damage. So you just going, take it off it. Now the main difference. First, I'm gonna go with the similarity of these two scooters. So the confusion or the questions that you're asking, like which one to go for, how much are they? I'm gonna go through all that. I just want to make very short videos on this for your questions, so you guys can actually get an idea about what to do. Now, similarity of this is that these two scooters are well built by two different companies. The QI here got a motor in the back, which is powered by a 800 watt magnet and electrical setup with 800 watt of motor. You're gonna get quite good torque from that. On the other hand, you have this one, which is about a 1,600 watt. You know what I'm saying? 1,000. So this is like twice the power of this is in this one here. That's just on the paper, but that's how, because whatever they declare should be how this thing will be manufactured. So we got 800 watt motor in the Qiewa one here, and you got 1,601 in the Ultra G here. So they both have, you know, the actual, you know, suspension, which is not hydraulic. It's just the normal spring suspension. The Qiewa one here, and you got a Ultra G one here. On the Qiewa one, they said that the suspension is about 1 million to 1 compressive rebounds. I haven't got anything in this one about the suspension, but I can say that they might have similarity, but this is much more stronger. If you see the compression on this, you can see that this is quite very, you know, actually the spring actually more squeezed than this one. That this is gonna provide a very tough compression because it's a heavy thing. You look at the size of this and the size of that, it tells us all. You can see that that's the size of this and the size of that. So whatever is there are gonna come with this one, obviously we're gonna expect more durability on the part that actually gets suspended with and all these things. Now we're moving forward to the stance. I don't know if you can see down there. It's the same, you know, shape of the stand here, the same one with the Qiewa. So they might actually maybe, you know, order this from the same company. The only difference is that on this one here, if you see the stand on this one here, you know, the design is a bit different from, you know, that one there. So that's just the whole thing. They all have, you know, lithium-ion batteries with different capacity. In the Qiewa, you have 48 volts. I think it's about they say 48, 20 amp or whatever it is, you know, in the Qiewa. This one you have a 60 volt, 30 amps. So there's quite very, you know, powerful battery in this one. It's gonna provide a lot of power. Of course, I bet you got 1,600 watt of motor, and not just one. You have 2 of those riding this. You need more power to be able to power that to get a power up. So moving forward, they all have a folding mechanism. You have the Qiewa one, which you pull. You bring this back here, pull it. You should be able to fold this down. And this one here, you have to, you know, pull this out and turn it so this can lock out without going in, because you say it's like spring. So you pull it out, turn it, it locks there, it's not going. And you push this down, then you should be able to fold that. And you go on the steering. The Qiewa, you know, got a USB charger, the compass thing right here. You have the horn, and you have the light in here, which gives this side deck light and the 2 front light. I don't know if you can see that one. And then you go on this one here. That's how the horn sound on this one. That alone is much scarier to see that this is coming. So you better get the fuck off the road before you get knocked down. And you have the light system in this one as well, which is very amazing, you know. It's so amazing. I mean, the way this thing is made, you know, you can even see through the glass thing on the top. Then you have the backlight that's all coming on. So if you squeeze the brake, you get more backlight. But to be able to do that, you have to put a scooter on. And then you have the front light as well, which you should be able to, you know, in some ways, you know, you can turn the light the way you want it to be. You can, you know, change another setting, you know, make it blink like this and all these things. Right. And you also have the USB charging and a compass. The only difference, which I'm going to talk later about this, is just a few things. And so basically, you know, this is how the braking system as well on that with a, you know, you got your brake these things, you know, the brake discs here that, you know, the brake system use. You have the same thing here. You got the brake disc on this one as well. That's the system use. So in true depth, you know, these 2 scooters are quite very durable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, any of these scooters you get depend on what you want the scooter for and what is in your pocket. Right. The only difference between these 2 scooters, which I'm going to start talking about now, is if you look at the scooters from the side here, that's a really, really big tire right there. You can see that. And compared to that, it's a small tire. So this and that should give you a clear difference about what is happening right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a small scooter, but a beast in terms of the scooter range in this direction. If you have any scooter in this size of Qiewa type, like you have other scooters like Xiaomi and all these, crazy scooter, whatever. If you have any scooter ranging like 800 watts to, bicycle or motor about 250 watts or something, this is a beast. If you go on this side, then you are entering into a much bigger thing. It's just like, you're having a small BMW 1 Series, and then you go into the M7 zone of BMW. That's how these things, look like right now. It's 1 year, it's fast, it's gonna work very good, it's gonna compete with other scooters in the range, but this thing can never ever match this, because the whole power of this, you need twice of that just to get into one of these, motor here, and you got 2 of this. So in mathematical term or scientific term, 4 times of the whole Qiewa speed is what this thing is gonna give you. So if you're riding this, you need to get 4 times the power of this that goes into just this. So that's how fast and powerful this scooter right here is. So that's a clear difference between this and that. Now moving forward, the Qiewa had a braking system that comes with cable. That means that with time to time, you might be able to adjust the brake, either here by squeezing this right there to make the brake, because when you keep riding this, it's going to come to a time where when you hold the brake totally, up, you hold the brake, totally close to the steering, you still not going to have any effect on the tires. That means that your brake shoes inside, the brake caliper here, it's all probably like, worn down. So you have to squeeze them, you have to, make them closer to the caliper, to the brake disc. So that way, when you brake, it should be able to have effect. And there's 2 ways you can do it. You can adjust it here by turning this to squeeze the spring up. So this right here is going to move forward. When this move forward, because when you catch your brake, this is what you get. When you hold a brake, it pull this forward. It pull this thing, this spring here, squeeze this spring forward for you to have, the caliper working, touching the brake disc. So when you squeeze this, tighten this forward a bit, that means that you increase the distance between the 2 calipers and the brake disc. You actually increase the distance by getting the distance closer to the brake disc. So that means that any small effect on the brake handle, that will have effect on the disc. On the other side here, this one right here is a wall system brake. That's like normally I think that's the right thing to do, because if you're using the cable brake for you'll be adjusting this every 2 or 3 days, because this thing is too fast. So this is a brake wall system. So what they do, they have a hydraulic wall through this pipe here, right all the way to the brake handle. So what happens is that when you squeeze that brake handle, there is something in there that's going to push the liquid. And the way it works in physics, or in the science terms, even when you put a liquid, any liquid that is well secure without leak from it, when you step on that, the force from that liquid or the air that is in that liquid won't escape. So what it does, that it pushes towards anywhere there's any vacant space. So when you squeeze that, there's a slight space between the wall brake system. You had a caliper inside, and in between there is a slight gap. So when you squeeze that, and then you squeeze the brake handle, and the brake handle pushes that liquid forward, the liquid is trying to escape, and when it trying to escape out, it's gonna push those calipers, because the caliper is gonna block the liquid not to escape, and then the caliper is gonna push your brake shoes to hold the brake disc. So that's how this one works. So we have a brake cable system here, we have a hydraulic braking here, which is the brake oil system. So that's the main difference between this one and that one. Now coming to the mudguard, the Qiewa design mudguard system, I think initially they might want to put brake light here, but then they decided they don't want to put it, so they have their brake light inside somewhere. I'm just going to put this on so I can show you guys something. So they have the brake light there, it's just some light under this. So when you brake, that's what you get. Then on the other one here, when you brake, it's right at the back. So when you brake, this is what you get. You brake, this is what you get. So That's the two difference between this and that. So what happens is, it doesn't matter anyway. When you break this, people can see you or anyone behind you. When you break this, it's so, you can see actually something red is lighting up. So especially in the night, it's quite visible. So I think it all work out anyway. It doesn't matter, if it's on that side or not. Now, on this one here, it actually, came with a seat. So, but I never rode. I rode it the first day when this came with a seat, but I just felt like, it looked a little bit like, I don't know, man. I don't like the seat thing, you know what I'm saying? So I just put a seat somewhere and then tie this. I just tie, hold this with a tape so this is not bouncing, making noise. So I just hold it on that. So that's how I ride. But this came with that. Now with the mortgage system, what Qiewa did is, their mortgage is just secure, into, the main body, somewhere here. So time to time, maybe this might lose a little bit, shaking. You might be able to like, tighten it up. And the only disadvantage is if you're riding this and you forgot that you put your leg on this and you push it, it might be probably breaking your mortgage or maybe, bending your mortgage because there's nothing supporting this mortgage apart from just what is right there. You know what I'm saying? On the other side here, the mortgage system is under this, and this is the frame of the actual scooter. So when you step on it, this is actually for you to step on. So when you're riding, in that with that adrenaline, going so fast, and you step your leg on that or do whatever, there's no way it is gonna come close to this. So the mortgage is always protected. That's the only difference between this and that. And the mortgage position also with the Qiewa one, it's a big raise up, and I think the reason why they might do that is they feel like, with that, when you ride in rain and the tires start, spinning water, it will spin it, and it will, instead of like if the mortgage is here, maybe part of the water will just, fly off and start going on. By the time the water flies, it will hit the air, and maybe like you don't get too much water. Well, I haven't rode this a lot in water, so I don't know how effective that is. On the other side here, this one is all enclosed on the tire. So when you're riding, of course, what Qiewa is trying to avoid is that when the tires start to spin water out, some of the water might, spin out just like, in physics, in something we call centrifugal force, it might speed up and then go on top of that, like this. Instead of going like this, some of the water might go on top. So I think both designs are quite cool, but with that, I don't know which one is going to be very effective. So I'm not making comment about which one is good or which one is bad. I think they all have more guard, and what purpose they are for, if they can give you at least 50% of that, it's all good, because there's no way it's going to be riding a bicycle or scooter or even a motorbike without having a slide water on you, know what I'm saying? Now coming to the deck, you can see from here, this much bigger deck. You can put your 2 foot, one here, and still go. Or you can put foot one here, still go. Or one here, still go. Or I always ride it, put my 1 foot here and 1 foot here in the diagonal. So I make sure that the center of gravity is somewhere here. So whatever happen, I am more stable, to ride a thing without, putting my foot there. When I brake, I might be leaning, towards the scooter and then the bike keep flipping or something. So I just put one on my leg here and one on my leg here. That's how I ride this one. On the Qiewa side, even though you have similarity of, the way they designed the deck on this, that you can see the deck line from here all the way here can even hold some people's foot. But here it's just this. This is gonna hold your foot. Never. This can hold your foot. So there's no way you're gonna put 1 foot here. You can try that, but if you slip off, that's it, you go. So it's quite advisable to put your 1 foot here and one here. I think that's what the right thing is there for. If you see this one, the right thing is, the anti-slip is only in a strip here, because they know that your foot is gonna be somewhere here all the time, here and here, not just in the middle. So that's what they do it like that. That is the deck one. And when we move forward to the actual steering, you could see that the Qiewa had a straight steering, like a T-shaped steering. So it's just like this. So it's all like this. And then you have a push down throttle. So when you put your scooter on, and then you select the plus and minus, select whichever gears you want to go in, decrease or increase your gears. Gears it up to 3. You push down this, then you start going. That's how this one works on the Qiewa. When you go on the Ultra G, you can see is more like, a T, Y shape or whatever it is, you want to call it, that's how it is. You got a straight bar coming up, lean forward a bit, and this. And the difference between these two designs is that, this one here give you more room to move, because when you stand here with a Qiewa, you can move forward because there's the restriction. This is where the steer is. You can move forward, but with this one, you're standing here, but you can move forward because you have clearance to hold your disc. So that means that your arms are forward. So it's more like what they did was just to make you have more room, like maybe for two people, like you stand, you move forward, you can hold this, someone will stand behind you. Q, of course. I've rode this, with two people on this before. I've rode this as well, like, two people. So I know both of them can carry two people, you know what I'm saying? On this one here, then you have different things. You got this two button here, and then you have a pull down throttle. Here is a push down throttle, and you go, and this, you can call it a pull forward or pull towards or whatever it is. Like you pull this one here, and that's how you get a throttle. And with this one, the mode, you have to change the mode by selecting this. Then you change the mode. It's not straight like the Qiewa. So I think I like more the Qiewa system. So when you ride, you only have to do your plus, just like when you drive an automatic car, push forward or push back, you change your gears or whatever it is. When you come to this one here, it's more be technical. You have to just select first and then keep looking, okay, which gear, okay, press again, gear, and you'll be doing all this crazy stuff. So normally I would say this is good when you are going somewhere, you know what you want to do, you select a gear, just keep going. On this one here is the different, because you have two drive on this, you have two motors driving on it. You got one in the front, one in the back, 1,600 of watt of power there. You got the same thing here. So in total we got 3,200 watts of power. And believe me, this thing is amazingly fast. You know what I'm saying? It is very fast. We test this with a GPS, speedometer with this. We hit 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. I did that. I rode that. I had a full helmet on. When you want to find out, how far this thing can go, and even it's amazing, like this thing move quicker than any some cars, like from stand still to 60. That means like when a car just park here, you park here and they say go. Some of the cars might not get 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds, but we did that with this. That's what I'm saying. So this right here is real beast. You know what I'm saying? If you're someone who lives somewhere a little bit, outskirts of the town, and you work in a town, or you live outskirts, you live a bit far from your work, and you want to get to work without driving your car, I would say this is the scooter for you. That's where my answers are coming to your questions now. This will be the scooter for you. This thing is amazingly super fast. When I mean super fast, it's scary fast. You know what I'm saying? You stand on this and you want to push all that throttle down, good luck to you, because this thing is so fast. They have so many of this in the market. If you buy any of those Chinese made one from China with all those motors that are overrated, we got motors rated like 1,600, and maybe that motor is actually 400 watts. So you might be thinking, oh yeah, it's on a motor, 1,600 watts, but in reality, the magnet and where that motor is, formed in, they can only produce a 400 watt of power. So that's different. But if you spend the money to get a real thing from the real dealers, like these motors are direct from mini motors. I'm talking about the motors in this. I don't know if you can see what's even that I checked last time, It's right from mini motors. I found everything about this scooter. Before in my videos, I said to people, I don't know the name of this scooter. All I know when I bought it, it says 3,200 watts, scooter. Because it hasn't got any name like Qiewa and all this on this one, so I don't know a name. But when I took the deck off, last time just to check the the wiring. I'm always very anxious to find out about things, because of course, and I need to know if there's anything I need to put on the video for you all to see before buying this, and I'm gonna do it. And when I took that deck off and have a look in, then I was like, wow, it all makes sense now. Because the way this thing is moving fast with that sound coming from that motor so aggressive, like just want to go like, I'm like, oh shit, what is this? This scooter is the company from that made this scooter about. I don't know if all the whole thing, but I know for sure the motors are from Mini Motors, because I have checked the power pack that is inside there. It's written big on it, Mini Motor Ultra G. That's what is on the power pack. That means that this thing is called Ultra G. I don't know if a mini moto is going to come with another scooter in their line of a Dualtron Ultra, Dualtron Thunder, Dualtron 2, or whatever. Maybe they want to bring another Dualtron Ultra G or whatever it is. This one right here is called Ultra G because the component inside says so, and I've seen it with my own eyes. So that's it. Now moving forward to look at this thing in this direction. This is what you see when you come to this direction. This is what you see. You have a beautiful Qiewa here with the same, cable braking system. The same. You can see the suspension here. You can see the suspension here in the front. You see the coils are a little bit smaller than if you see the coils here. So what that means in fixed system of compression is that because these coils are very smaller, when they go into a bump or when a weight is applied on them, they can squeeze so easily, they can squeeze so going so freely and then release freely as well. But when you come to this one, because this scooter is designed, I don't know if you can see, it's not like this. From here straight, you got the steering. Then from here straight, then you see it's connected to the tires. So the force is just right coming from the steering straight into the tires. But this, look at that. The force comes from here, then it goes like in some form of like C shape, then the springs are there. So the force from the whole front is transmitted from this point to that point. So anytime you're going around, here, this thing here, the Morgan is just gonna squeeze like the tire just go in and out just like that. Instead of the Qiewa just going down in a straight like this in the Qiewa, this one goes in a bend like this. So the tire just like, it's like, like this, clipping. When you go in, it clip like that and then go back. And the Qiewa goes down and comes up. So that is the difference between that. So you see on this one as well, the front is very nice looking, with the 2 lights. You actually got 3 lights. You got those scary monster lights that actually scare people. When I put this thing on in the night, I get too much attention, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep coming and immediately people see the flashing, behind cars. They think like maybe it's a police because this thing is flashing, it looks like maybe it's a police coming and people start giving me away, and it's actually good. That means that, your presence is more aware to vehicle, to people on the road, so you know that you're safe. And with those blinking blue light and green light, whatever is under, also, it makes you quite very easily visible. Qiewa as well got these 2 lights here that actually look like, I don't know if you all remember those scientific movies about, I don't even know what's the name again, with that alien that the boy was carrying the bicycle riding. Anytime I see it, they just remind me of that. I just keep laughing, something like that. So that's just the front side of it. They all steering that you can just pull them up in the level of which you want. The same way they all like squeeze, untie it, pull it up the way you want, and then the same way. Only this came with some angel lights, so in the night when you put this light on, they reflect a wing of an angel on the side of the scooter, which is actually quite nice. But I never use those often. So just to conclude this video, for you all who keep asking questions about which one to go for, I will say depending on what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? If you live in a city, just like, you just want to go around sometimes, just let me ride to the park, just realize with your books, or just chill out in the park with your friends, and you don't want to, take your car trying to find parking space and all this crazy headache with driving the city. I would say the Qiewa is good for you because it's actually very fast. This thing goes up to 34 miles, has the top speed of 34 miles, and I've been riding it, until now, it's all good and it's nice. They look cute, you can see yourself. You're gonna get attention as well. People, oh, what's that? Oh my God, that's nice. You're gonna be getting all this, you know what I'm saying? So Qiewa will be good for you. There's no point getting this because this is so fast. Even riding this around people, you're not gonna enjoy it because you have to be braking quick because the thing is fast. When you put this in dual drive and pull that to 3-speed, you're gonna be really scared because this thing just pull like that. You have to make sure you grab that steering with all the strength here, because if you just leave it Lightly you might be falling backwards where the scooter is going that direction because it's that fast. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this just to make. I don't make these scooters. Whether you buy them, you don't buy them. It doesn't bother me because I don't make any money from whether you buy the scooter or not. But I'm only saying from my experience to see how fast these things are. So this will be good for someone who maybe like maybe you're going to a college or something, then you have to travel a few miles from home and instead of waiting for the bus, the tram or the train or whatever it is that you take to the college, you jump on this thing and place with your helmet on, which I would say because this thing is too fast. If you fall on that, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be very painful. So you jump on this with your helmet on, whether you want to use the seat or you want to stand on it, and you take this straight, you going in right to your school. Pack it, lock it, put it somewhere, and then you're riding back. And amazingly, both scooters are very durable in terms of battery, battery durability. I've made some few videos about the Qiewa battery durability. If you wanna, check about how durable the batteries are, you can check my other videos about the Qiewa battery durability. It's actually very durable. You can ride this, and I always believe in gear training. You can ride this thing, go do whatever with the battery, they refuse to die. I've never ridden this to the battery is dead. I've been out sometime like whole day, road to this place, go to that one. Just want to just kill the battery. I did everything. The battery refused to die. Till I go home, I still have two bars there, and one was blinking, the other one is stable. On the other one here, because you got two big motors, I'm talking about 1,600 watt. I don't know if you're who have the science background to understand the power, wattage, and voltage, you understand how much torque that 1,600 watt motor, single one, is going to produce. And you're talking about having two of those on this scooter right here. So that power need a lot of juice, need a lot of battery to run that. And that voltage that, this motor need to produce that power makes it that if you want to keep this lasting for a long ride, that means you have to take this thing off either ride on a single motor, because the moment you put a dual drive, that's where the monster speed kick in, and that's where your voltage is gonna be running. The powers are gonna be picking all the voltage and your current, and the battery might be running low as well. But I've ridden this on dual drive, full speed, gear train, riding around, town, just like, trying to just see how far. I've ridden this most time like, 2-3 hours, and it's still going. So if you're gonna go to a college or uni or somewhere, and that's gonna take you about 1 hour ride to uni, college, or whatever it is you going, this is cool. Just jump on it. Don't worry about the battery. Once it's fully charged, jump on it. I can guarantee you going there and coming back. But point is, not just any one of these that look like it. If you buy this Ultra G from South Korea, if you contact Minimoto directly, they might be able to tell you where to get this because this is their product. They don't make it and sell it themselves, but I think whichever company that is making this buy the parts from Minimotos to make this, so they might be able to tell her that our trading partner made this. And if you get this from South Korea, then that means that I got mine from China, like I said from the beginning of this video. When I bought it from a company in China, and because I was checking, there's some very cheap, and I asked them, why your scooter is so expensive compared to the other model? Then they explained that our scooters are imported from South Korea, they're not made in China. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I'm like, okay, so why is it as loud? Because the South Korea, the battery, the Samsung battery that they have, the LG battery, they're from South Korea, which is quite very durable. Some of the controllers, the patent things, because South Korea produce some of the durable part that you can get compared to our Chinese, friends who like to made the same copy by with cheap product. So because of that, you must see a lot of this on the website, Alibaba's or whatever it is that people always keep asking me. Will you see that you buy the same thing that look like this? Don't think you're going to get the same thing that comes out from the one I have here. That's the purpose of this video, to know that you can see this like this on the website, but it's not going to be like this. If you want exactly the same thing like this, you drop me a comment and I will contact the guy that sold this for me. And I even said before in one of my videos. So that way, if I recommend you to him or to the company, maybe you might even get some discount. But if you want to take that risk to buy it, make sure you find out from the company to give you a guarantee of the wattage of the motor and the things that are gonna come with this. Because these are not cheap. I think you might get some. I don't know. I've been seeing some on the Alibaba site or something, because somebody mentioned. I went there to check. See some like what is it, $800 or whatever is it, man. You look at it, you're gonna be buying whole this for $800 when the Qiewa is actually over $1,000. Qiewa here in the UK is about £1,300, so that's almost about $1,500 something dollars in the United States. So if you're gonna be buying this small thing without money, and you're gonna be paying lesser to get this, then it all says it what you're getting. The price for this now, if you want to get it from that company, you're gonna get this alone as a standard at about £2,500. If you add the tax and you're into about more than 3,000 or something. Well, it's a lot of money, but then also you can negotiate with a company to tell, okay, look, listen, I don't want a mini motor, motors. I want standard motors. The company will give you that. So it's what you pay for, is what you get. I want a mini motors because I want to have something. I don't want to be dealing with all the stress of something they can send me that. So I just pay for that. I know it's a lot of money, but then I got my thing now. I'm just cool. I don't need to worry about any, things about this and that. You know what I'm saying? So that's it about this. So to conclude this video, is like, which one should you get? You look at it and you decide which one you think you need. The one here is more for like just right in the city, doing one or two things, meeting your friends in the park. Come back from where you just want to take a ride to the park, just relax, read some book, or going out to just get something, some shopping. You don't need to drive your car. There's no parking where you're going. There's no free parking, or you don't even want to drive your car. You jump on this and you can go cool, slow, and go. You might need a helmet with this, but not necessarily. I mean, because this is not gonna go more than even that 30 miles. You'll be getting down on when you're going on a hill down. If you're going on a level ground, you'll be getting around 20-25 miles. So yeah, it's still dangerous, but not as dangerous as this. This year, if you have the heart, you can go and get up to 70 miles on this. I'm telling you. Before, when I made that video, I saw that was in a kilometers, but when I changed it to miles now, you can get top speed on this up to 70-75 miles if you have the heart. I have done up to 17 on this one. I don't have the heart to go down, even though with all my helmet. Come on, man, I want to leave, so I'm not doing that. If you have yours, you can try it and let me know what speed you got from yours. But mine, it can go more than that. So if you're somebody who works far away, you don't have a car, you want to buy a car, because this will save you money. This will take you exactly where cars will take you, except when it's raining, when it's snowing. Well, you're gonna be, in that snow, riding that. But in terms of good weather, you're gonna be flowing through traffic, and it's super fast as well. You will get there even before some of the cars even get there. That's this big one right here. And on top of that, for now, it's a little bit flexible in the United Kingdom. Like, the police are not chasing us up yet. They might start soon, or maybe it starts saying that you need to get a number plate for this because this is so fast. But for now, no insurance, no road tax, no petrol, no diesel, no gas, no whatever. All you need is just charge it at home. Even what I charge it on, you're still gonna pay electricity bill anyway. So just charge it at home, get your thing out, and ride your thing, and there you go. So that's what I'm gonna say today. So thank you for watching the videos, and I hope I answered all your questions about the emails you guys keep sending to me about which one to get, which one is the best, which one is more quality, all that. I can say these two scooters are beautifully built, and they are amazing products, you know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with any of them. Price difference as well is there. If you getting the real thing, like this one right from Qiewa, which is Qiewa company's property, and you're going to pay a lot of money. You might get maybe fake Qiewa from China, which might be less money, but it's not going to be like this Qiewa right here, because it's from Qiewa itself. This Ultra G is from a company that made this with mini motor part. The motors are from mini motors, the contrast. So that means that the motors in this are probably the same motor they use for the Dualtron Ultra and Dualtron Thunder, because this is Ultra G. I don't know what the G stands for, but it's Ultra, so it's in between the Ultra, Dualtron Ultra or Dualtron Thunder. So the same motor they have in those ones is the same motor you have here. The build structure of it might look a bit different. The controller in there is for sure because it's written on it, Minimoto Ultra G controller. So the controller in there, and it's exactly 60 volts, 30 amps, controller. That's what you have in there. And that's the same thing. And there's something I didn't mention as well. When you watch the videos of Dualtron Thunder and Dualtron Alta, the way you can, there's a wire there to connect to the controller to actually make the speed go, more or make it less, is inside this as well. That's why I am 100% convinced that this thing is made by Minimoto. Maybe an engineer work for Minimoto probably maybe left them and don't have the license to produce the same Minimoto scooter. So he decided to produce this using their part but call it a different name. Maybe that's why this is coming like that. So whichever of this you get, it's still a great scooter. You're going to enjoy it and you're going to have fun with it. So I hope this video helped you and answers all the questions you've been asking, through my Gmail about which one to get or whatever. So subscribe to my channel, give a thumb up to my videos. That's what motivates me to do the videos. I'm not doing it for any other purpose. I'm just doing it because before I bought my scooters, I was watching people's videos. Before I bought the first scooter, which is the Qiewa. When I owned the Qiewa and start to go through the problems that some other people had and how I fixed mine and all the stuff that actually inspired me to make videos to let people know about how good or how bad these things are and how you can prevent some of the things that happen to other people's scooter. So like my videos, give a thumb up to it, and if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to write to me on my channel, then I might be able to answer you. All right, peace out, and you all have a good day. Bye.